This is Jason with McGuires Clocks. Today is August 6th, 2015. It's been a while since I updated the grandfather clock video, so I thought I'd go through since we got some new stock in. To the left here is the Howard Miller Eisenhower. It is a presidential model, about as low as you can get unless you want to jump up to their $24,000, $30,000 clock. It's a really nice clock. To the right is a 2-weight Hershey tubular bell. It's an antique clock, fully restored. Swing around here so you can see that one a little better. Alright, I'm going to take a walk down the side here. Now we carry pretty much every brand out there that you can get a hold of. I don't hold Kenningers on the floor. They just seem to be really expensive. I do have the ability to order them. They usually take a month or so to get in because most of them do come from Germany. These two are Hermleys. They're the same case, except one has an open pediment and the other one has a bonnet top. All Hermleys are solid wood construction, no filler wood. These two are cherry. Both triple chime. Both nighttime silence. The dial and the pendulum have matching embellishments on them. Very nice clocks. The Hermleys come with a 3-year warranty on them. Howard Miller and the other brands come with a 2-year. This is the Ridgeway. Some of y'all may have seen in the other video. It's a limited edition 1978 model. Happens to be the year I was born. Lots of inlay, solid wood, nickel plating. It's a 5-tube Ergos movement, completely rebuilt with butter bearings. So it'll give you a very, very long life. This is one of the slides we've been lucky enough to get our hands on. This is the Jefferson. Nice woodwork on the top of it with the maple and mahogany inlay. This one has fancier dials too. It's larger than the standard dial. It has the matching pendulum. The top of the dial, it's not easy to tell on the video, but the silver around the moon dial numbers and in the earth itself and the work up here around the top, it all has a flake to it, so it actually shimmers. Nice solid oak, darker oak Ridgeway. Face has a lot of relief work done in it, and that's not pressed out in that, and that is actually cut into it. The chime selectors are up here in the corners instead of being down here in the sides like on a standard model. This was a really nice clock when it was made back in the late 70s, early 80s. Again, new movement, matching pendulum, solid oak. This is the Howard Miller Baldwin. We just got this one in. It's got some nice burl wood in the top of it. Has a finish that makes it look a little bit older, a little bit flatter, not quite as shiny as some of the other ones. Nice dial. It's got the matching pendulum to the dial, glass in the back of the clock, and the etching on the front door. It is a Westminister chime with nighttime shutoff. Another Howard Miller. This one's been pretty popular because you can actually see in this one where you can see through the dial and into the gearing of the clock. Again, this is a Westminister chime, nighttime silent, working moon dial, mahogany accents, inlay. It's a pretty large clock too. It's 87 3/4 inch tall. Has a nice embossed pendulum. Etched glass, mirror in the back. And for the price, this is a lot of clock for the money. All right, over here we got the Hermley Shelbourne. It's a hand-carved case made out of solid mahogany. Movement, dial, weights, pendulum, all have matching embellishments on it. Again, a large clock. This one's probably around 88 to 89 inches. Hinged doors on the side of it instead of just pull-out glass. Hermley triple chime movement, nighttime shutoff. It's a nice antique German 2-weight hour, half-hour bim bam grandfather clock. Movement's been totally disassembled, as with any of our antique clocks. Bushings, pivots polished, plates polished, gears polished, everything like new on the inside. Comes with the same 2-year warranty any of the new clocks or used clocks with new movements come with. This one's got just tons of beveled glass in it. Every panel's beveled. Right here, got the Howard Miller Devonshire. Again, there's another video online if you want to see this one more up close. This is a limited production. Only 1,000 were supposed to be made. Probably less were actually made. This one was originally around $1,700 new. We're asking $7,000. Again, completely restored. We had this nice Sly 9 tube here, which we only get every once in a while. This one is actually sold, but I'm keeping it on the floor because they're paying for it and I don't want any damage to happen to it. It's just a little safer up here than where we're shuffling stuff back around in the back. But we do get that in every once in a while. It's a Charles R. Sly. Another antique 2-weight German. Sometimes these are also called coffin case clocks. Again, fully restored. This one's got nice rose work in the front. And it's got roses on the weights. And it's actually some pretty fancy weights for back then. This is a new Howard Miller Stratford. Again, a large clock. Burlwood in the top of it. It's not easy to see, but this is all a burl up here. Satin or nickel plated dial, weights, and pendulum. This is actually a triple chime with nighttime shutoff movement. That's a nice carving here in the sides of it and in the bottom. Again, a very large clock. That nickel looks really good on it too. Another Hermley. This is one of their smaller ones, but still, again, solid cherry. Working moon dial, triple chime, nighttime silent. Embossed pendulum. It's a nice neutral kind of brown color. All right, this is a Viking Clock Company 9-tube solid oak grandfather clock. Weighs a ton. Is not fun to move around here, so it pretty much stays in this place when we get new stock in. Really nice etched pendulum. Brass weights and brass tubes in the back. Brand new Ergos 9-tube movement. This is supposedly Howard Miller's most popular clock. This is the Ardinal. Kind of has a violin shape to it, maybe a French or country French design. The weights and the pendulum are done in a more antiqued brushed brass look, darker brass. Really cool clock. Right. This is one of our used clocks. We try to take in some smaller, less expensive ones to keep everyone in mind. This one's got a brand new movement in it. Plays Westminister. Case is in really good shape. I think this one was a trade-in from someone else, but it is all ready to go. The clocks that we have like this, even with the brand new movement in it, 2-year warranty, right around $1,000, which is cheap considering even a inexpensive Howard Miller these days is going to run in a couple thousand for a mechanical one. All right, this is a 3-weight Westminister Chime, antique German grandfather clock. Nice woodwork on it. Case is in really good shape. We try to be real careful when we buy these. Make sure that the cases are in pretty good shape to start with, and then we just clean them up. Oiled wood. Another one of our used ones. This one was purchased and bought it because of the style. Some people like this pinched waist style. This is actually a triple chime movement, so it plays 3 different tunes. It's got all new insides, great shape, solid wood construction. This is an Emperor Clock Company clock, and you could buy their cases and build them yourself, buy the plans and buy the wood, build it yourself, or you could actually buy the clock from them. This one was assembled by Emperor itself, so it was done professionally. This one is going to be right around $1,500 because it is triple chime and it is a larger old clock. This is a nice flat top version of a German 2-weight. Again, all the way gone through. This one is solid oak, and it does have some tiger oak in it also here and there, which stands out nicely, like down in this checkerboard thing right here. There's some tiger oak in there. Beveled glass in the front. There's also some tiger oak up in here. All right, we're gonna go back around the other side here. And as you can see as I walk around, we have tons of stuff here, just tons and tons. This is a Howard Miller. It's oak cabinet. It's got some mahogany up here in the top as an accent. This is one of their few models that offers the concerto movement, which plays Ave Maria, Ode to Joy, and Westminister. It's a little different movement. Normally with the Westminister, St. Michael, and Whittington movements, you get a portion of the tune every quarter. This one actually gives you 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strike, and then the song at the top of the hour plus the gong for whatever hour it is. This is one of their nicer dials for this level of clock that they have. It's got a lot of relief work done on it. The weights and the pendulum match also. This is another one we just got in, so I don't have the pricing information out on it yet. Nice used solid oak Ridgeway chain drive Westminister chime, right around $1,000. Again, brand new insides. Can give you 20 plus years if you treat it right. Now, this is a little grandmother clock. I've had some requests for them, so I went ahead and bought this one from a customer because it looked a little different. It's a Seth Thomas, probably from the 60s. Again, all new insides, runs like a champ. This one we're asking $795. That's a lot of clock for $800. All right, this is the Hermley version of a sly clock called the Hallmark. It's got really nice mahogany and probably maple or different direction cut mahogany in the top of it. Inlay. Nice German dial. It's got these accents on all four corners, and this is actually etched in the center of it. Triple chime, nighttime shut off. Weights are the plain weights. It's hard to see it with my reflection there, but the pendulum actually has a disc in the center with etching that matches the etching in the center of the dial here. Now, this is an American antique grandfather clock. This is actually solid tiger oak. All this in the top is hand carved. I'd say it's kind of arts and crafts style. That's probably my favorite clock here just because of the wood. I mean, it's amazing wood. Yeah, I don't even know if you could buy enough of that today to build a clock like this. It is solid tiger oak all the way around, top, bottom, underneath, everywhere. This is an hour, half-hour strike on a gong. This is another solid oak. This is a Barwick, which was essentially a Howard Miller grandfather clock. Again, all new insides. Weights, pendulum the same, factory same, just the mechanical portions replaced. So you're keeping everything as original as possible. This one we're going 1150 on. It was made around 1998, which is not correct. That was actually made in around 1988. Someone got the sign wrong. It's a nice clock though. I'm gonna come to this one. This is a Howard Miller Robinson, and I would say this is probably our most popular clock. I will sell this inside of a month, more than likely. It's as much clock as you can possibly get for the money. It's got double doors, which is usually an extra feature on a grandfather clock, where the top opens separately from the bottom. Got nice burl wood in the top of it. Got the woodwork here. Dials heavily embossed. This is a triple chime nighttime silent movement too. They've been making this clock for probably 15 years or more now. Got these nice little wood accents here, matching wedding bands and matching pendulum disc. Get these little accents down here at the bottom too. So it's a whole lot of clock for the money. Usually in the price point on this one, which I believe is in the $2,600 range, somewhere around there where we sell it. Usually you don't get triple chime for that kind of money with these features on it. And this is the Howard Miller Neilson. This is another nickel-plated clock, done in a more of an antique color and finish. As you can see, we usually run pretty good sales here. Now there are some of these that if you look through the videos on YouTube, I cover some of these individually. If there's something that you want me to go over that I haven't gone over specifically, I will, and put a video up for it. You just have to email me at JASONOMNI, so Jason Omni at sbcglobal.net, and I will try to get a video up of anything that we have here. I'm doing one by one here as often as I can and still working. And this is an antique, I believe this is a 7-tube grandfather clock. And then the biggest one of them all, right here, the Gazo. This is the Rancho Santa Fe. It stands almost exactly at 8 feet tall, and it is all hand carved, made in America case, German movement dial. The weights, the pendulum, all heavily embossed, as is the dial. Completely rebuilt, ground up, and there is a video for this one if you want to see it up close. And this one in the back is a astrological clock that we will have up for sale later on this year when we get done fixing it. It has a Mercury pendulum in it, and it has kind of a gothic feel. It's got some carved angel wings on it. But if there's anything you'd like to see, feel free to call us or email us. Phone number is 512-452-4558. Thank you.